Greetings, salutations, and welcome back to Star Traders. So where we left off last episode, we were getting ready to upgrade our ship because, well, there's a war going on. And we have the tiniest of tiny ships, which, while vicious, is also literally made of paper. So we've acquired, what do we have in our cargo bay? Just some stuff we need to sell at any world. I think it's stuff we took from a pirate. Yeah, it's stuff we took from a pirate. Steel Song's not super happy. Oh well. So we've got 194k. I don't think we have a mission we're completing. We do. We need to speak with Zet. That'll get us 40 more K. We'll just do a quiet meeting here. Give her the entire tale, which is basically we found that the chief scientist, he's alive and is somewhere. She had a source who went dark a month before the bombing. His name is Elder. We weren't sure if we could trust him. Can we reveal these secrets to help Valencia's case? We don't have any ironclad proof that will stand in the court of law. That makes sense. Are you saying there's nothing we can do to help Valencia? Honesty can sting at times. That's true. We need to get more info on the Elder. So we have to make a choice here. We can split off and help Valencia, or we can kind of get at the source of what's going on. Let's try to get at the source. Presidente's talent allowed us to auto-pass that. We have 40 extra K. Alright. 234. That might not be enough, because this is a tiny ship. We're honestly looking to upgrade, I was going to say to at least a Paladin cruiser, and we're just shy of being able to afford it. So maybe we do some cargo transport in here, just to try to eke out that extra 30K. Realistically, I'd like to upgrade to a 6,000 mass ship. That is 140. That's going to be out of reach. And yeah, everything down here is just like, hey, yeah, do you want the battle cruiser? It's 1 million. Alternatively, we could pimp our ship. Alright, good. It's already on tight match. So we're currently using the balanced engine. Dual field adds 10... What does it add? I don't really see what it adds. Oh, there's speed and agility. That looks almost identical to what we're currently sporting. We could increase the mass of the component, which we have spare mass up here in the ship. We're looking for more speed, more agility. There's the Traveler engine, which increases speed. There's the Chaser engine, which has more agility. So speed is used at distances 5 and 4. Agility is used at distances 3, 2, and 1 in combat. Alright, so this is the actual one we're using. Honestly, most of the early combats are going to be decided at range, so I think the speed is going to be sufficient. Let's go ahead and upgrade. Where we're going to pimp the ship out. Instead of this, what do we want to put in? We could put in a bigger weapon system. Some things like the barracks are out of reach. Armored suites is apparently a Zenrin specific. Interesting. I don't think we need another medical bay. Reinforced structures, we could upgrade it by 1, but I think I'm looking for not getting hit rather than anything else. Exploration modules. We might not be picking up anything here. Instead, what we could do is if we grabbed the officers' cabins, we could then repurpose 2 of these cabins. Grab crew. How much were those armored cabins? 57? That way we're not sacrificing all of our armor. Our monies were at 161, though. What would we replace this with? Let's take a look at defense items. There's a specific one I'm looking for. That. Well, probably this one, just so we don't have to pay through the nose. The 5% defense. Just making us harder to hit. The 2 of those would cost 60. Which means we have 100k left to spend. That was less than 100k. And we get a decent discount. Yep, I realize we're increasing it past the max, but we're going to be decreasing this by switching over to defense. Scrolling to find the right one. I don't think the 1% extra shield is worth the exchange there. Alright, how many officers are we currently spec'd to hold? 2, 3, 4. Were we only running on 3 officers? One second, let's check that. We learned that Gornish is apparently pain tolerant. Aisha leveled. Give her combat medic. And one of our gunners leveled. Do we have 2 people doing boarding? Let's get a second one on boarding. How many officers are we? We have 3 officers. Okay. So do we just keep 1 defensive booster and then we promote one of the crew to an officer role? Because the bridge should have a captain's quarters, it does. Don't think we need to upgrade the bridge. I think we need to put a solid weapon on this. And we want a weapon that can fire at 5 and 4, because that's what we're replacing. So it currently costs us 3 to move. So we get 8 reactor points. To move costs us 3. To fire our torpedoes costs us 2 and 2. We have 1 reactor point left over. We could stick in one of these big old missile batteries. And that also works down once we get to 3. And we're moving from 21 to 60 to sufficiently more than 21 to 60. Although I'm not sure why this cheaper one is... Is it less accurate? It's less gunner intensive. It is less accurate. Less crippling chance. But more raw damage. We're on a budget, and I think raw damage is sufficient. Let's take a look at our... Alright, I was getting distracted. I wanted to see if we could promote somebody in the crew. Who do we have who's not an officer? Christian isn't. Spider isn't. And Spider's kind of focusing on the defense of the ship. Christian doesn't get extra skills if he goes officer. Presidente's helped us with missions, but also doesn't really gain anything if he's an officer. Spider gets to change his task to engineer, but we can't promote him. Nope. I'm not sure why I clicked that button. I bet it's because we don't have space for an additional crew person. In which case, there's no reason to have the extra officers' quarters. We've got the 2, 3, then we can just replace this. Is there anything small craft we could put in? No? Let's go grab another one of those 30k defensive matrices. Alright, so let's do... I think now this weapon is redundant. Because at range 5, we have 5... We've always got 5 points for shooting as long as we're moving. 2 for the Hellfire at 5. 3 for the Matriarch, same at 4. Then once we get to 3, we're spending 3 on the missile battery, and then 2 for the Lance. So we're not using the railgun. Though, to be honest, the railgun has a really nice crit effect. We have only 26k. We want to save money for repairs and fuel, so I think we're going to go ahead and cease our upgrading there. Oops, didn't mean to take off. Well, you know what? Let's put a small upgrade on our torpedoes. Because upgrading to this increases the accuracy by +4 and the damage by 50%. Well, the minimum damage by 50%. Going from 21 to 31. But our gunnery skill require... Alright, what are our ship skills at? Gunnery, we've got spare. We've got spare everything at the moment. The blue bar is just 100%, then it starts over with the yellow bar. Of course, the higher the yellow bar up, the better it is, but... Let's save the money. I have a feeling we're going to want it. Alright. Zet's sending us straight back into the war zone. Let's go. Alright, we found a neutral pirate. Let's test out our systems, shall we? Theoretically, we beat them. Let's try out our brand new missile system. Take some evasive maneuvers. Oh, that was beautiful. Lots of damage. Secondary explosions. Alright, continue forward. Repeat fire. Take a second evasive just because I'm feeling sketchy about this. Alright, now we're transitioning to close-in weaponry. Launch our initial boarding strike. But see, early hits cause crew to get wounded and damaged, and I think that's just enough for us to win combats. Like, one of their fighting crew's already dead because this guy's not a fighter. Just take out the swordsman. Thank you. Plus 30% damage, 30% accuracy, and start working on the rifle guy in the back. When you can. Keep the heals up. Because invariably terrible things are going to happen. Debuff him. Go ahead and put a suppress there. Finish off. Heal and clear the suppressed effect. Stab and finish. Easy. Light wounds. So what we're going to do is so we can only take 2 of these actions. Blowing up their passenger cabin, not super useful. Minus 15% accuracy and defense. No chance to run away? Yes. And then the bioagent bomb does damage per turn. So we're going to go ahead and just put that out there. Which will put the status on their ship of plus 25% crew damage per turn for 4 turns. So here's actually where we're using the railgun at range 2. So maybe we should actually replace that weapon with something that fires at 1, 2, 3, so that we also have something here at 1. Rather than getting under the fire umbrella. Oh, the cat left. Alright, we'll turn cat cam off so you guys can see everything. Alright, second boarding assault. We have an officer here. But we're just going to go ahead and start working on their pilot. Suppress you. Actually should not have done that because that moved the sword further up. But I guess killing you wouldn't have mattered anyway, because the sword's here. So this gives you 40% parry, which parrying is good for swords v swords. Miss is the equivalent. There's not a separate parry effect. Just finish her off. Alright, got their military officer down. Alright, so now we're going to unload with the Vicious Crossfire. Killed 3. Killed 1, so 4. We killed 4 in the boarding, and then we killed 4 more. Very nice. Their captain's still at full health, because you can see that up here once the system comes back. And there is said captain. Noted by the little captain signal. Knock out the officer. Suppress the captain, because he typically has better stats than everyone else. It also means I just want to focus him down. I've had them shoot... Well, I think last time Aisha the First died, it was from a captain who had been suppressed. Or that might have been the other game. Oh, we don't need to panic them, because we win. Captain be dead. We'll load up... those are permit restricted. But they are worth a lot of money. We'll go buy the cargo for it. The permit for it. Our crew will lose morale. Alright, we don't need to... We didn't take any damage, so I don't need the extra money. But what we are gonna do is... Hey, Callaghan, can we get a trade permit? Only level 1? Level 2? Don't think that's high enough. This guy gives us access to the black market, and he's on the on this planet. I'm gonna see if we can sell. Otherwise, actually, we might just stash it until we get... Oh, no, we can sell it here. 18k. Awesome. There's no refuel here, so we'll head back here and then we'll jump out. Seven crew leveled, 2 of which are getting new things. Aisha continuing her route. New talent. Healing everyone might be useful. But then again, being able to just chuck a biopoison grenade could be useful. Extra armor for everyone and bio-resist. Let's grab with the heal everyone. I think that's going to be a little more required than Gornish. He has leveled up his quartermaster and is able to get reliable hand, which means he is going to start making us a lot of money. Alright, now we're off to war. After a quick test firing of the systems on an unlucky pirate, we got lost for 15 weeks. Rose Annex Starport. I don't care if this is for the Gestalt technologists or not. Officer, there is no reason to search this transport. It's protocol. Period. Maybe we can come to an agreement. Now. Hana. So these are the various security / terrorist... Well, those are security. These are the freedom fighter, Hunter revolutionaries. They are freedom fighters, and they are looting and damaging ships, firing indiscriminately. Let's get in an assist. Stay healthy. There's no doctor on this planet. Try to move that rifle up so that hopefully they can't use it. Nope. Nope, they can shoot at range. Debuff him. Thank you. Go ahead and put a heal. And you're just gonna go ahead and grab your 30% damage. Ow. Alright, swap you guys. Healer, heal thyself. Continue. Double miss. Out of initiative points. That should finish it. This should finish it. Thank you. Very impressive fighting, Captain. You're just lucky we were here. If you hadn't jumped into action, they might have caused even more damage to the starport. Selling their lives for nothing. My superiors will hear about this. You did good job today, Star Trader. 15 with local faction. Paid us 5,000. And we gained contact with the military commander. Cool. Now we have 15 rep with the syndicate. So what we're going to do is we're going to not fill up all the way. We're just going to buy, I think, 10 water fuel. Just enough to bump us a little bit and get us to the planet and back. Reroll a risk card while we're spying, because I think we're about to start a whole lot of that. And you're greedy. Nothing here is super terrible. Like, we passed the test, so that didn't happen. We don't want that. Period. End of story. That risk -5 means big bad ship. Oh, mission success. Elder is out there. Zet warned us he's vague. He speaks in riddles. Makes sense, because if he gets caught, he's dead. Encrypted message in scientific journals. Feel free to pause and read that, should you're wishing to. We're going to try to arrange a face-to-face meeting. But we got to keep talking to him to get that info. Oh, please. We found some fuel, boys! And it's wartime, so all guns loose. We're going to hit him with the no-escape bombard. Elusive barrage reduces their escape chance, specifically -15. And it reduces their accuracy, so there's that. So we're going to then twitch search... take it evasive. I would say Twitch Surge guaranteed gets us into boarding range using our boarding skill. But I don't want to take an accidental hit knowing there's no doctors in the region. Alright, we've got our fighting crew. Their captain is in the first round. Oh, this is nice. Alright, so shotguns typically are not fired further back. We're going to go ahead and clear them because they can cause a lot of damage. Healer, heal thyself. Good shot. I don't think it does anything too terrible. Good shooting there. So he got just an auto buff, which is now gone. And some stabbies. Then we're just gonna depart because their captain's dead. No reason to blow stuff up. Alright, so it doesn't matter that this is piracy because this is war. Take the water purifiers and the crystals. They have 203 units of fuel. We need 95. I have a full fuel tank now. Then, rather than ransom, because we are at war, we are going to destroy. Although apparently Cater didn't like that. You know, the war might not actually affect merchant ships. I think we just did piracy. Oops. Just not this one. Thank you. Alright, so this is where we gotta kind of be careful about how many of our skills we're using. Because with the other ones still on cooldown, we don't have a full complement of skills. So I think we're gonna stop here at range 3, and instead of boarding... Actually, we'll use our boarding talent, but we're going to, instead of moving, open fire with the full salvo of weapons. Because they're going to continue closing. We don't need to use our reactor to do that. Yeah, all three of them are heavily wounded. The rifle's going to take you down. Your discipline will not get you far. Alright, so you're gonna hit with the debuff. And then you swing for the kill. And then you shoot for the kill. Thank you, Christian. Hit him with the bio bomb. Blew up their bridge. Now we're going to continue closing to try to get into boarding range. Yeah, they tried to hover and fire at us, so they weren't going to try to close. Fighting crew's gone, their officers are in play. And it's about what happens when you send fighting crew versus not fighting crew. One of those two is going to get messed up pretty bad. Got 3 of them. Our captain's been wounded. either via bombardment or as part of the crossfire. Showed up here at the last bit. This will probably be the last fight we do for today. We've made some decent progress. New ship. We're involved in a war. Stab again. Panic sabotage. Oh, we didn't need to. Oh well. Now this is not of the primary faction. We're just gonna get our water. Those are more valuable than crystals, so we're gonna dump the crystals. And we're gonna load up on polymers. Just ransom them back for 13K. Head back to the tradeway for repairs. Got 2 different awards for extra XP. Oh, no repairs are needed. Well, let's see what weapon we can get here then. We want to shoot at 1, 2, and 3. Once we get this weapon, we'll go ahead and we'll call it. We can get another Cloud Strike Lance. Anything else? Because this fires at 1 and 2, and while doing decent damage, isn't exactly where we need covered. Yeah, I think we just pick up this Cloud Strike Lance here. It's extremely cheap. It does twice the damage we're currently doing. Even easier to fire. Gunnery requirement is much higher, but we had spare gunnery. Accuracy is more. We are beginning to push our gunners to the limit, though. So I don't think we're going to be getting more upgraded weaponry here soon. I think we're going to have to chill on that. Pay wages. We'll do a level up. Oh, who got a trait? El Presidente is scrappy. I could have told you that. That is actually something I knew. He gets a new talent. Alright, so he's got his unauthorized access. He had told us in advance he wanted this trait. The ability to go in and steal intel from the opponent's ships. Our pilot, do you have quickness? I think it'll be good to have second hyperwarp fuel reduction. Maybe an extra pilot. Let's get a second Twitch Surge. Redundancy and skills is nice. Grab an extra evasive maneuver. And we're starting to train up just some craft skills. I have a feeling we'll get to those eventually. I know we can retrain, but that costs money. And I'm okay going down the talent. No reason to fight them. Alright. We will pick back up here with Pursuing the Elder next time. Until then, good vibes and good night.